I'll be that one there. Let's get the junk off the back of my chair that I forgot to move. Okay. Hello. Hello everybody. I'm El Bristow. This is Ellitopia Gaming. Welcome back to KSP Live. This week Welcome to live recording. Hello everybody, I'm El Bristow, this is Ellitopia Gaming, welcome back to KSP Live, and this week we are coming to you live and direct from YouTube, thanks to the new and improved, it's not new, it's quite old now, but it's improved now, YouTube live streaming system, which I think is possibly on par with Twitch at the moment, if you ignore the fact that Twitch has bot abilities and things like that. This is the YouTube streaming system seems to be kind of on par with the basic Twitch, which is very, very interesting. We will see if that is actually the case as the stream progresses. Welcome to everybody in the chat. We have I don't know how up to date the watching number is. I can see 3 or 4 people in the chat. I'm being told there's 3 people watching, so that might be right. But if you're in the chat and you haven't said hello yet, please don't forget to say hi and let us know that you're there, because I'm fairly sure that the watching figures are a minute or 2 delayed, so there might be a few more of you watching. This week on KSP Live, we are going to try and do something a bit different. We have been trying to have a flyby of Aptur, and we have been failing miserably. We have been struggling to get anywhere close, and the closest we've come is, well, nowhere near, and we've crashed back into Kerbin and the craft has exploded. So hopefully this week we are going to rectify that issue. I am actually going to decline or cancel this contract to fly by Aptur. It's going to cost us 20,900 funds, which is quite a... Why can't I cancel it? I don't want that contract anymore. I would like to cancel it, please. Why can I not cancel it? Really? It's not going to let me oh well, fair enough. I guess we'll keep it then. What I was going to do is we are going to this week have a go at exploring Seren, which is the next planet out in our system. So they're going to give us an advance of 54,000 funds. Yeah, deadline never is probably why that's not letting me cancel it, but I don't want it because I can only accept 2 contracts at a time. But never mind. Explore Seren is what we're going to be going for. They're offering us an advance of 54,000 funds, a completion bonus of 108,018 reputation, but we also get milestone payouts of 10,000, 10,000, 21,000, 10,000, and some science and reputation as well. So this is going to hopefully be very good for our space program. We are going to accept that contract, and automatically we are up to 248,000 funds. We are going to jump in here and start having a look at what craft we're going to send. Now, we haven't yet done a craft that can land anywhere, so we're going to give that a try. We are going to attempt to build an unmanned probe that will allow us to land. Now, I don't know, actually, before we do that, let's have a look at Seren. Oops, don't save. Let's have a look at Seren and see what this planet has in store for us. Okay, so here is Kerbin. Oh, by the way, I've removed some of the satellites that we had in orbit and tweaked the communication network slightly. We have 4 geosynchronous satellites at the moment. One was offered to me as a contract while I was removing some of the others. So we have 4 geosynchronous satellites, which should be more than enough for coverage. And we have only like 2 or 3 satellites left orbiting Kerbin, and the reason is that they have no fuel or no battery power or something. For some reason, we can't actually remove them from orbit. So these geosynchronous are, perfectly acceptable. They will hopefully give us the communications that we need. We are heading, though, to Seren, which is this little blue guy over here. Except it's not actually blue. It's, it's like a lava world by the looks of things. I really not too sure what to expect here. But basically, I believe it constantly points at the sun or something along those lines. Because it's very, very... Mind you, that looks like ice, doesn't it? Well, I guess we'll find out when we get there. It has gravity of 0.64 g, so slightly less gravity. It does have an atmosphere at 61,000 meters with an atmospheric pressure of 0.45 atmos. So it has a lower gravity and a thinner atmosphere, but it does have an atmosphere. So landing shouldn't be too much of a problem. Getting back off again might be, which is why we want to send an unmanned probe. What's that? It's a little dimple. I'm not sure exactly where we want to aim to land on Seren, but that is our goal. That's where we're going to be heading. We need to build a lander. So now we know what we're up against. We can build something that is capable of landing on that planet, and basically landing is going to just be parachutes. I think we're going to be okay with parachutes. So we're going to keep it light, the actual lander part of it. Let's have a parachute on the top of it like that. We haven't unlocked fairings or anything yet, so we'll have to be a little bit careful about how we build it. Let's see, what do we want to do for the actual lander section? I think we want to do something... No, that's... I don't know. I don't really know what we want to do. Ideally, we want... RCS isn't going to be enough to land it, is it? So we are going to need a proper engine to land it. Let's do something like this, I think. There we go. And we'll have some legs on it, some landing legs. Somewhere. No. Where's the landing legs? Ah, there's the little micro ones. Really? We haven't got proper landing legs yet. Okay, so we'll have the micro landing struts, which is not really what I had in mind, but there we go. They give us plenty of clearance at least. Yep, so let's get an engine on the bottom of there. That should be enough to land it. That's too high though. Right, okay, so we could lose the engine either way. We'll have to land very, very gently. There's not really much point having the legs. Hey there, Galaxy Gamers. Welcome, welcome. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. We're experimenting with YouTube streaming today. Now that's a very basic lander, isn't it? Actually, we don't need fuel on the actual... I wonder. Shall we use these? They're overkill by a long shot. But... mind you, they're going to be really heavy, aren't they? What's their mass? 0.9 plays 0.5. Yeah, no, let's not do that. That was foolish and a waste of money. Let's just see how low it will let me put these. Looks a bit odd because that's not actually attached to anything, but there we go. It will let me do that. That's attached at least. What are we building today? Our mission today is to fly to Seren. which has an atmosphere and gravity just less than Kerbin on both on both fronts. What's the mod that lets you extend and edit shapes of parts? Extend and edit shapes of parts. You mean procedural parts? There is a mod that's called procedural parts. I don't use it, but that is possibly the mod that you're thinking of. This is the mod you are thinking of. Right, that'll be enough for landing. We're not going to be able, I don't think, to take a Science Junior with us, but we can cram this thing with everything else that we might possibly want. So let's put a barometer on there. Let's put a thermometer on there. Actually, we're going to need a dish on here as well, aren't we? Let's put an aerial on here. Let's take that off. We'll put a dish on the top. And we'll put parachutes on the side instead. Hold on, let's... something like that. We're also going to need a bucket load of solar panels on this thing. Mystery goo. Let's fit a mystery goo in here somewhere. Ooh, that's not how you fit a mystery goo in there somewhere. There we go. A mystery goo. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a communitron on this thing as well. Where should we put it? Let's put it there, but we'll actually put it... no, wrong thing. Put it like that. There we go. What else can we do? Magnetometer. Running out of space on this thing. Tell you what, hold on. Let's move that out of the way for the moment. We'll put the magnetometer there, and we will sink it in like so. Because this can actually go kind of anywhere. So let's put it there. Works for me. What else have we got here? That's the ablation laser. That's only any good if we have surface samples, which we won't be able to get from an unmanned probe. The box-sat thermometer module. No, we'll just have it. We've got a normal thermometer, haven't we? Yeah, we're not using box-sat. I mean, we could take a Kerbal engineering part with us, but don't really need it. So that's all the sciencey things we're going to be able to get on this. Delta V of that on its own is 1,599 meters a second, which is not bad considering it's really hopefully only going to be for capture and landing. So let's put that on there. And then let's put lots of fuel underneath it. I'll tell you what, actually. We'll do that. That'll be our transfer stage, hopefully, if we calculate things right. And then another question. In procedural parts, can you edit stock parts too? I don't believe so. Tweak scale, you can modify the stock parts, making them larger or smaller. I don't think you can do that in procedural parts. Length of a wing. If you're doing wings, I would say use procedural wings, which is another mod. I don't know if procedural parts includes procedural wings. But the procedural wings mod certainly does. More fuel, more fuel. I'm not sure what the thrust weight is going to be on this actually. Hang on, let's. Ooh, 1.22. That's not great actually. Mind you, it's all right if we are asparagus staging this, which hopefully we will be. So let's go for 2 of these. We'll put it up here. Out there, I think, possibly. And then more fuel. Oops. That's under there. And some more engines. Really? Only 1.14. Oh, because I haven't. Yeah, okay. I haven't got the staging sorted out yet, but never mind. Let's. There we go. So let's get the relative staging sorted out here. Let's go for. Why are they? Oh. It didn't get the. That's what I wanted to copy. Thank you very much. There we go. Right, that's better. So stages will be all 4 or 5 fire. Then they drop. What do I want to drop first? Yeah, we'll have those ones drop first. So those ones drop second. I need to do the actual fuel lines and everything. Obviously, let's do that at the let's do that now. Right. It's not what I wanted to do, is it? If they're dropping off first, let's take that off. We'll go there to there. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. So they drop off first. They feed that. They feed that. Goodness me, that's quite a lot of delta V now, and quite a lot of thrust to weight on our launch stage. 1.6. Goodness me, if this thing doesn't get to Seren, that's still 1.42, dropping to 1.38 when they come off. There's going to be some horrible collisions on those probably though. We're going to need separatrons, I believe. We're also probably going to need wings, and we're going to need lots and lots of struts. I'll tell you what, actually, let's take those off. Let's strut first. Relying on some part clipping here, unfortunately, but here we go. There we are. And then let's strut them to each other, I guess. Like so. Now, have we actually got separatrons? No. Oh. Right. We don't have separatrons. Right, so we're possibly going to have some horrible explosions. That's not great. We'll just have to be very, very careful when it comes to separating. Hopefully the weight will be down here, so firing there we'll actually manage to fire them outwards. We shall have to see. 1.4 thruster weight on the launch pad is absolutely fine. Well, it's just about fine. Is there anything else that we need to... Oh, we need solar panels, don't we? And quite a few of them, I believe. How much do they... 39 a minute. And that requires 0.82 a second. So 0.82. Hello, Mr. Calculator. 0.82 times 60 is 49. So we need at least 2 solar panels on each side. Ouch, that's going to be tricky because they're big. It's going to have to be something like that, isn't it? Which I don't think is going to actually be sufficient. I don't really know. Something like that. Not particularly pretty, but functional. And we're more than likely going to need some winglets down here, aren't we? Like that, preferably not severing the fuel lines. I don't know if that's even going to be enough. And we can't do simulate launch anymore because I took the Kerbal construction time mod off. Oh well. Launch stabilizers maybe would be a good idea on this one. So let's have one either side. And let's move this whole thing down a bit. Okay. I don't know how successful this is going to be, but at the very least, we'll get a good laugh out of it. I'm just going to experiment actually with rotating these solar panels very, very slightly so that they can possibly catch some of the sunlight from behind us in those inevitable cases where we end up facing directly away from the sun or directly towards the sun. Some very minute tweaks, but there we go. So they've now got a slight angle to them, so mind you, the dish is going to block that. Oh well, it's worth a try, worth a try. How far away is this mysterious planet from Kerbin? It's the next planet out in the orbit around the gas giant that we are orbiting. You'll see it in a moment when we head to the map. We're going to need a craft name for this thing, aren't we? Let's have a look at where our craft names were up to. We were up to L, with the exception of memoriams. So this is going to be an M. We need a craft name beginning with M. So now I turn it over to the guys in the YouTube chat for you to come up with a name for our craft. Something beginning with M. We are flying to Seren. It's unmanned. It's an important mission. It's worth a lot of money. It'll be the first time, if we manage it, it'll be the first time we've landed on a foreign body, or even flown by or orbited a foreign body, other than Sonna, the gas giant that we're orbiting round. Manolia. That's not a bad name. I quite like the sound of Manolia. Does that have any particular meaning, or is that just something that you made up? I suspect the latter. Let's have some flags on this one since we've got the parts. Nope, just made it up. Fair enough, fair enough. I will not object to that. Sounds good. Thought the first word to mind that started with M. Well, there you go. So, let's... hang on, I'm just sorting out some flags. They're totally pointless. They're purely aesthetic, but... there we go. See, I'd like to do something like... They're a bit big, aren't they? Okay, so we have solar panels on this thing. I hope that that is enough solar panels. Actually, one of them is blocking the magnetometer, which is not great. Any way I can re-maneuver that so that I'm not blocking the magnetometer? Let's... no. You come here. You can go there, and you'll miss the dish. Yep, you will. Good. Oh, I only want one of you, though. There we go. And let's move the magnetometer out of the way and put the mystery goo the other side. There we go, and then we can put the magnetometer here instead. There we go. And sink that into there. Because this is basically just empty, apart from reaction wheels. Where are we going? We are heading to Seren, which is a planet that's been added by the New Horizons mod. Batteries! Batteries! We don't have any batteries. Right. Let's... That would have been a big mistake. Let's have a couple of batteries like that. And that back on. There we go. Phew, that was a close one. I don't know if we're going to need these radiator panels. It's quite possible that we are, but I don't really know. Does anyone know if we're going to need these radiator panels? I don't think we do on these engines. I think they're more for the nuke engines and things. Feel free to let me know if you feel that we need to put some batteries on this thing. We have parachutes, we have solar panels, we have batteries, we have our sciencey things, we have communications, we have legs, we have engines, we have fuel pipes, we have struts, we have wings. I think we have everything that we need. And we've done it for 38,000 funds, which is not bad. Not bad. That's like the Indian space program that are launching to Mars. That's kind of their budget level. I don't think we need anything else. We haven't unlocked any RCS fuel tanks yet, apart from them ones. But RCS is not going to be much use to us at the moment. Actually, I'll tell you what we could probably do with on this stage is an SAS reaction wheel, because otherwise we're possibly not going to have enough control over that. So, yes, we have our name. That is going to be Manolia. Magnolia 1. There we go. We are going to save that. Alright, let's check the rest of our staging actually. That all is okay. Then that drops off. That drops off. That drops off. That needs to fire probably when that drops off. That will drop off. And that will... No, we'll fire that in a separate stage. Might want to be firing that in a separate stage actually. Save that. I think we're good. So, here we go. This is the Magnolia 1. We are going to take this thing out to the... No, we're not going to take it out to the launch pad. We've saved it. We're going to get ourselves into what I believe will be kind of the right position. Because on our previous launch, when we were trying to get to Aptur, you're going to get to see the universe, by the way. This is Kerbin, obviously, with our geosynchronous satellites. This is Seren. No, it's not. This is Sona, the planet that we are orbiting around, this gas giant. This is Aptur, a little kind of rock that's on a very similar orbit to us and kind of goes round us that way, in effect. This is Mun, which is going directly round Sona. And this is Seren, which is where we are heading. And this is a random probe that we launched in the wrong place. So last time when we were trying to get to Aptur, we got an accidental encounter with Seren. And when we did that, we launched while Seren was about there, I think. So I'm going to speed up time until we go round and catch up with Seren again. That would also mean that we have the advantage of possibly being able to maintain communication with Seren on the mission. So there we go. That is hopefully it's pretty much... Whoa, okay, I've gone a bit far. Oh well, we should be able to adjust that. That's pretty much where I think we should be to be able to get to Seren. We'll launch and we can go out to it over there. We might come to it over here, kind of thing. Hopefully, that's the plan. So let's go and get that craft built and onto the launch pad, and we'll see how we get on. Launch. Hopefully the volume levels are all still okay. I've had some issues getting the volume levels right with my microphone. If the microphone's a bit quiet, let me know. Particularly when we go through this launch procedure, because this is going to be rather loud. Look at that. That's Sona in the background. Isn't it lovely? Isn't it pretty? I don't know if we'll be able to see. There's Aptur. Don't think we'll be able to see Seren at this point. I think it's behind us. It's the other side of the it's the other side of Kerbin. My neighbour's got a quad bike and I think I can hear his engine. It's a very loud quad bike, so I hope you can't hear it. That's such a nice picture. I've got to take a screenshot of that. Aerodynamic overlay. I don't want that. I hate that is on the same key press as the screenshot in Steam. Okay, so here we are on the launch pad with the what did we call it? the Magnolia 1, which is hopefully going to be taking us to Seren. We are putting our SAS on. We're putting our thrust to 100%, and we are ready to launch. Hopefully, here we go. We are taking off, kind of slowly, but up is the right direction. Those plumes of smoke are going through the the smoke channels this time. For some reason, last time we launched, they didn't. But there we go. We are away. Let's start turning, shall we? If we can. Yeah, we can. Ooh, okay, we're going to have to be very careful because I can already feel the aerodynamics pulling on us. Going a bit slow, actually, so I'm going to take this turn very, very gently. Have quite a lot of fuel with us, don't we? We're going a long way with this. I kind of thought that the first stage might have dumped off quite early, but it looks like that is not the case. Bye bye, Kerbal Space Center. Speed's starting to pick up a bit now, so we can start to turn a bit stronger, a bit sharper. And we're getting ready to dump off our first stage. There it goes. Don't hit anything. Oh, a clean escape. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I should have put parachutes on those, shouldn't I? That was an oversight. I could have recovered them. Why are we drifting off to one side slightly? Let's stop that. Yeah, we're still a bit too slow actually, so I'm going to hold us like this for a bit, as long as I can. Our prograde marker is going to be dropping away from us. Come on, let's come back. I want to stay with the prograde marker, otherwise the atmosphere is going to be kicking us in the head, which it's starting to already. Ah, come on, we've got to stay prograde. Come on. There we go. That's better. The atmosphere wants to push us vertical at the moment because we're above prograde. Hopefully we can maintain 45 degrees while we're speeding up. We're at 23,000 meters actually, so we must be, yeah, our Apo's at 35 now, so we're doing okay. The atmosphere is going to start getting thinner for us. We're okay for the moment as far as communications is concerned, but I want to get the Communitron aerial up soon. Okay. Thrust to weight is doing well. Actually, yeah, we can come down now. Let's keep our burn efficient. Whoa, no, you've gone too far. Come back. Okay. Apo is at 62, so we're almost going to space. G-force is still at about 1.5 Gs, which is good. So there we go. Our Apo is now in space. We'll take that up. We can afford to take that up quite a way. What I think I'll do is I'll carry on burning until we run out of fuel on this stage. because our transfer stage actually has considerably more fuel than I thought it would. We now have 2 transfer stages. So, there we go. Definitely an over-engineered rocket, this one. How are we doing? Yeah, they've run out. Okay. Off they go. Okay, so we are now in space. Our Apo is at over 100,000 meters. So let's cut our engines here, and we'll head up to space. Where's the sun? The sun is over there. So we're in the shadow of the planet at the moment. Oh, that is Seren. That is where we're heading. I thought that was Aptur, but that is Seren. Interesting. Let's drift up to our Apo a bit. And oh, actually, I know what I was going to do. Let's get our slightly longer range antenna activated. There we go, and we'll deactivate. Where did I put the other one? There it is. We'll deactivate that one to save us some power. And then let's get ourselves prograde, and we will start to circularize this orbit out. Or let's just get ourselves pointing at the horizon. That'll do. Burn! Let's clear these while we do that. Stage destroyed, stage destroyed. No debris so far, that's good. I don't like leaving debris. This isn't going to leave debris here. Let's hope we don't leave any debris on the way to Seren. Okay, come on. Out you come, Perry. Seven, 8, 9. There we go. 106 by 102. My goodness, that's probably the best the best circular orbit that I've ever done direct from launch. An extremely efficient launch. Okay, so we're in orbit. And we just lost communication, which means that that's too far away from us. Okay. Not fantastic, but not the end of the world, because we can just orbit round. There's more stage destroyed. That's our second launch stage. Now, actually, our Apo is in exactly where I want it to be. At our Apo, we can launch our rockets. We can fire to burn that way, and that will be our escape trajectory. Not exactly where I wanted it to be, but it's pretty close. So hopefully we can regain communications here. Yes. Just about, thank you very much. At our Apo, where we are close to colliding with some debris. .7 kilometers away. Let's get ourselves prograde again. And get ourselves burning for an escape. Here it goes. I believe Seren's on a very similar... Yeah, Seren's on a very similar orbital inclination to us. Not a lot in it, so it should be okay. last chance debris. That's the one piece of debris that we've left in orbit, which was from our previous launch, the one that went horribly wrong. And that has come back to haunt us. Cut. No, let's go a bit further, actually. Ooh, okay. No, too far, too far. Okay. So there we go. We are leaving the influence of Kerbin, and we are hopefully going to fly somewhere near Seren, and hopefully we'll be able to tweak that as we go. If we set Seren as our target, yeah, we're not far there. So let's get out of the influence of Kerbin, and we can burn. Ooh, whoa, actually, before we lose communication, let's have this. Let's have it pointing at mission control. Activate. At the moment, we are still using the omnidirectional one. I did activate it, didn't I? Yeah. We have power. Our power is dropping. Where's the sun? Are we still? We're still in the shadow, aren't we? Yeah. Okay. So that shouldn't be an issue soon. Let's get. There we go. We're bouncing our signal off Geosync 1 now, so that's okay. Right. We must have view of the sun now, so. Oh, come on. We want to be pointing at the sun. So that we are... Whoa, too far. We want to be gaining power and not losing it. Thank you very much. Really? Come on. Gain us power. Gain power. We're right on the margin. It's not showing us the cone. Oh, we've got the cone turned off. That's why. Okay. Because it looks quite messy. We would have direct communication actually with that. So, if we deactivate that, not that, deactivate that. There we go, we're gaining power a bit quicker now. Okay, so by the time we leave the influence of Kerbin, hopefully we'll have fully charged batteries. Yeah, we should be okay. That's giving us 0.59, that's giving us 0.58. Can we improve on that at all? Ah, we don't have communication currently. That's unexpected. Okay, well let's carry on. We'll gain some extra power and eventually we will be able to communicate via the other satellites to mission control. Oh, there we go. Mission control's come round to see us. Okay, so we do have communication now. Let's see if we can... It's 0.65 and 0.66. Yeah, okay, so that's going to be kind of our maximum. Okay, let's head onwards to space, away from Kerbin. There we go. No, that's not away from Kerbin, is it now? There we go, that's better. Right, so that is our closest approach, and that is the target position at closest approach. We don't have maneuver nodes available to us, so we are possibly going to have some issues when it comes to avoiding collision with Kerbin, but hopefully we can work around that. So let's burn a bit and see how close we can get this closest approach. Yeah, see, we are going to have some issues with Kerbin. Why is that stopped? Are we out of fuel on that stage? We are. Okay. So we are going to be leaving some debris orbiting the planet, which is a shame. But at least we're now on our actual transfer stage, which hasn't been activated. There we go. Come on, let's actually get this first time. Look at that. 6.5 million kilometre periapsis around Seren on my first attempt. On my first launch. That's pretty well, I'll let you decide how good that is, but I'm quite pleased with myself. So now the only thing we've got to worry about is if Kerbin is suddenly going to come and try and capture us again. So let's let's get our solar panels pointing back towards the sun, which they are not. Energy flow 0.5, 0.18 from that one. That's interesting. Is that going up? It is. 0.5 plus 0.18, 0.26 plus 0.44. So that's actually getting us slightly more power than one set of those, even though neither of them is actually pointing directly at the sun. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so we still have communication with home. That's good. We appear to be getting further away from Kerbin rather than closer, which is also good. Nope. No, come on. Don't you dare pull us back in. So here we go. It's off to Seren. Communications flashing in and out as we communicate with different satellites. It is a bit of a strange communications network that we've got going on. But it works, it's functional, so that's alright with me. There's our debris going with us. Hopefully that will get destroyed by Seren or Kerbin or maybe Aptur at some point. The universe does seem to have a way of cleaning itself eventually. Now, the issue that we're going to have is that we might not have communication with Seren when we arrive. We should be coming on the inside of Seren, so hopefully we will be okay. But it might be a distance thing that is our problem, because we can only communicate up to 90 megameters. And we are currently, we're just left that range. So that could be an issue. We might not have communication when we reach Seren. Or we might. Who knows? We will have to see. Let's speed things up a bit more. Is Kerbin going to come round for us just in time? I think it is. I think it is. So we are hopefully going to actually have communication when we approach Seren. Goodness me. Considering all the the bad missions, the failed missions that we've had over the last few weeks. So far, this one is going relatively smoothly. And here we go. We have now entered the atmosphere of Seren. We will have a periapsis of 6.5 million metres. Our SAS is going a bit haywire. Let's get ourselves in to that periapsis. 3 hours, 2 hours. Okay, so we've got, it's a very slow speed that we're running at. Okay, approaching the periapsis, and we are pretty much retrograde actually. So, a bit annoying that it's wobbling like that. Don't know why. Here we go, let's see if we can get ourselves in orbit around Seren. No, I don't want to turn on sticky keys, thank you very much. Wow, okay. It's going to take quite a lot of fuel to get us into orbit around Seren. We've got quite a lot of fuel though. Let's go up at full thrust. Now the atmosphere was at 60,000 and was slightly thinner than Kerbin. I don't know if it's going to be a good idea for us to try and go directly for an atmospheric entry. But there we go. There is an orbit around Seren. Let's pull our Apo in so it's just outside the atmosphere, I think, which will obviously be our peri by that point. So we'll aim for about 100,000 metres, I think. And then we'll pull our Apo in a bit more so that we're not going quite as fast when we reach the atmosphere. We'll hopefully have communication at the peri as well, which will be nice. 4, 3, 2, 1, cut. Ooh, went a bit lower. Okay, but 89, that's not bad. So we're going to get a nice close flyby of Seren first of all. But first of all, we have completed part of our contract for 10,000 funds and 3 reputation. We have achieved an orbit around Seren. So it's going to be transmit or recover scientific data from space around Seren and then land on Seren, which is going to be the tricky part. We do seem to have plenty of fuel, however. So, so that is interesting. Let's see what science we can get from here, shall we? While we have plenty of power and we are in communication, let's toggle the magnetometer, which is wobbling around quite a lot, not letting me click it. Log the magnetometric data. A small, weak but complete magnetic field is detected. However, as Seren moves into Sonar's magnetic field, a large radiation flux is detected. Interesting. 5.8 science and 100% transmit value. So we're going to transmit that and toggle that back in. That completes that part of the contract as well. 10,875 funds, 6 science and 2 reputation. Can we get a barometer from here? I don't think we can we? No. Okay. Can we get a temperature reading from here? I don't think we can. We can, okay. In space high over Seren, measuring the temperature of space appears to be quite impossible, as there is no matter around to be either hot or cold, except the spacecraft and the thermometer itself. This is probably going to give the R&D guys something to think about for a while. 50% science on that one. We might as well transmit it because chances are we're not going to take this thing back to recover it. We won't do the mystery goo. We'll try and do that on the surface maybe. We can do a probe report. The telemetry indicates that all systems are functioning nominally. 1.2 science, and we can transmit that as well. Lovely. and hopefully we will still be gaining power back. Okay, so I think that's all the sciencey things that we're allowed to do, that we're able to do at this point. So our next task is to head for a landing on Seren. So I'm going to burn our apoapsis in a bit when we get to the Peri, and then come back to the Apo and burn the Peri into the atmosphere, so that we can do so that we can kick the stuff under my desk, so that we can do an atmospheric entry and use the atmosphere to slow us down. We'll probably have to go quite deep into the atmosphere because it is thinner than on Kerbin, but we will see. We will see. Actually, I don't know. I assume that's above sea level, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So, are we still gaining power, or are we losing power? I think we're losing power a little bit. Oh no, we are gaining. Okay. So, let's head to the Peri. Hoping that we do maintain communication at the Peri. We should. It shouldn't be an issue. We'll probably enter the... Yeah, we'll be in the dark side of the planet at that point, so we'll have to be a little bit careful. Don't want to take this too fast. We do still have comms. We've just lost sunlight, so our power is starting to drop. Let's get ourselves retrograde. And I think... Oh, goodness me, this wobbling is getting annoying. I'll tell you what, how did we do that before? We turned off this. And then manually stopped it from spinning. There we go. And then what's on the probe is strong enough to hold us in place. There we go, that's better. Okay, so we're quickly losing sunlight and losing power. So let's bring our Apo in a bit, because that's a bit high for an atmospheric entry. Let's not dip into the atmosphere straight away. Looks like we're going to be landing on this section, or maybe kind of here. I think depends how much the atmosphere slows us down. What's our speed? 1.9. That's not too bad. If we slow us down to like 1,500, then we shouldn't have too much problem with overheating on re-entry. This craft doesn't have very strong reaction wheels on it, so okay, I think 1.5 is going to be a bit too low. So we'll stop it about here, shall we? There we go. Okay, so we'll have sunlight there. Hopefully we'll still have communication. I'm not sure how our oh, it's only 41 minutes. That should be fine. Oh, we can do in space near as well, can't we? Here is the planet that we are flying over, the kind of whitish red dollop that it is. Let's get the magnetometer out. Log the data. In space near. The magnetometer tells you that Seren has a quadruple magnetic field. No, we don't know what that means. Don't know what that means either. Okay, we'll keep that for now rather than transmitting it because we're not in view of the sun. We'll toggle that back in. We'll grab a temperature scan. Temperatures increase ever so slightly. You don't think it's worth noting down. That's in the upper atmosphere. We've dipped into the atmosphere. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, I transmitted that as well. I didn't mean to do that. I really didn't mean for us to enter the atmosphere. Let's hope that we do come out the other side. We can get the barometer reading in that case. Log pressure data. Atmosphere here is so thin you wonder why there's one here at all. Keep that. Probe data. Probe report from the upper atmosphere. 1.3. Keep that. So was that... Was that was in space near. So if I reset that, toggle it out again, and we'll log it in the upper atmosphere, and then we'll do the in space near the other side. Oh, we can't do it during atmospheric flight. Okay. Toggle it back in then. We're about to run out of power. We're about to lose communication. Things could get a little bit precarious at this point. We are now out of power, so we've passed the periapsis, which is good. Our Apo has come in a bit, but hopefully soon we will regain power and we will be in space again. Come on. We've got the space music, but we're not. We are still in the atmosphere. Come on. Okay, that should be... There we go. We are out of the atmosphere. Do we have electric charge? We don't. Ah. That's not good. Actually, that's really not good. Because... our peri is in the atmosphere. Oh, that is going to be a problem. We don't have enough power to support this. Can we actually get communication with it? It says it's operational. I don't think we are going to get communication because we don't have enough power. What we, oh, I didn't mean to do that. What did I do that for? I clicked on the memorial for Jebediah Kerman. Okay. Oh well, we get to see what I was looking for. Right, we are currently bouncing off Geosync 1, but we don't have the power to actually broadcast or transmit. And we are pointing away from the sun too much. That's an issue. Ooh. And now we're going to be going back into the atmosphere again, aren't we? I wonder if the atmosphere will turn us around at all. It is, look at that. Look, it's turning us around. Capo's staying high enough for the moment. Come on. Come on, pull us so that we're actually facing the sun or something when we come out the other side. Come on, work with me, work with me. Like that would do. Leave me like that. That'll do. That'll do. Come on, where's the sun? Hey, look at that. We've got power. Whew, that was a bit hairy for a while. Energy flow 0.31, 0.3. Where exactly is the sun? It's over there, so... Oh, we've got no communication at this point. But... we will have power. Ta-da! Right. Okay, so that was a close one. Let's... No, that's too far. Come on, come on, come on, come back. This thing's very heavy at this point. Well, we're gaining power, so that's good enough. Okay, so now we are going to actually go in for a landing of some description. Actually, ideally, we want to be doing that landing this side so that we have power. Yeah, we want power and... we want power and communication when we land, don't we? Because if we're coming down here and we don't have any communication, that's going to be a problem. We're not going to have communication at the Perry unless we move the Perry. We can bring the Perry here. We'll hopefully land like somewhere here. In fact, we might do that anyway, because I don't know how thick that atmosphere really is. It's not a very thick atmosphere. So let's come around here and then burn retro. Cool, this thing is right. Let's turn this back on while we're manoeuvring. It's not wobbling now. It's also not staying still. I think our SAS is broken or something. Okay, let's burn our Perry in. We'll take it to about, I don't know, 30? 27. That'll do. And we'll see where that takes us. It looks like a fairly flat planet, so I don't think the altitude is going to be an issue. What might be an issue is atmospheric entry. Should we... should we prime the parachutes? I think maybe we should. In case we get that far in. That was possibly a big mistake actually, but come on then. Let's get back into that atmosphere. However, let's get ourselves pointing at the sun while we do it, so we don't run out of power before we get there. Right. So, still got communication. We won't do at the periapsis. Not quite. We are about to enter the atmosphere. We're going to see whether we have got this right or not. The moment of truth. There is the atmosphere. Let's physics warp for the moment. Watch how fast our apoapsis comes in. Perry's not dropping by much. Whoa, we are on fire though. Heat sinks probably would have been a good idea from this perspective. We don't have control at this point. Stuff is getting hot. Most notably, oh, I think we've lost our... Oh no, that was in, so that's okay. We haven't lost that. But our dish is getting hot. This is slowing us down quite well, but it's going to take us a long time. We're soon to run out of power. Let's physics warp it up, come on. Earlier one has no operational SAS because our power's run out. We're also going to have issues with sunlight, aren't we? Are we coming out of the atmosphere again? We're about to come out of the atmosphere. Okay, so we survived that pass. Our solar panels are pretty hot. Our periapsis has dropped to 26. Our apo has dropped from 800 to 300. So the next pass will take us down. And it's going to take us down on the dark side of the planet, isn't it? So, do we have power at this point? No. We're not facing the sun enough. This is going to be difficult. Not really. We've got no control over this at this point, so we're going to have to just hope that it's going somewhere that's going to be useful to us, somewhere where we will still have control of it. The atmosphere will hopefully push us retrograde like it did last time. We're in the atmosphere. Is it going to turn us? Yep. Okay. So this is the moment of truth. A, do we survive re-entry? B, do our parachutes fire when we don't want them to? C, do we land somewhere where we're going to have communication and sunlight for power? There are a lot of factors working against us on this landing. The wobble in the atmosphere is actually working in our favour. Our apo's coming right down. We are not going to make it round to the sunny side, I don't think. Hopefully those parachutes will survive re-entry. Yeah, we are going down on the dark side of the planet, depending solely on the 3 parachutes attached to our probe. We are officially no longer in orbit. Can we survive? Come on. Our parachutes are going to deploy too early, aren't they? And they're going to be ripped apart by the G-force. That's going to be what kills us. Yeah, we are coming down here where there is no sunlight, and we are precisely the opposite side of the planet to where we actually want to be. Which, you know, that's Kerbal Space Program to a T. Still travelling extremely fast. Doesn't look like we're burning up though. Well, Well, we are burning up, but you know what I mean. It doesn't look like we're burning up dangerously. Down to 1300 meters a second. G-forces are increasing now as the atmosphere is getting thicker. The parachutes have just deployed and they have been destroyed. This is not going to be a successful landing. We're going way too fast. The atmosphere is not thick enough to slow us down. We should have slowed down with our engines. Ready for the explosion. Well, we were close. Just the final execution wasn't quite right. What's that? That's just a texture glitch. So, moral of the story is slow down with engines, so we need to be landing on the sunny side with communication back to Kerbin. Otherwise we're not going to do it. And don't open the parachutes too early. Oh, we got a tick. Hold on. What did we get a tick for? Land on Seren. That counted as a landing. My goodness. That counted as a landing, apparently. I have no idea how that counted as a landing, but it counted as a landing. So we got 21,750 funds and 3 reputation for that. Did anything actually survive? I don't think anything survived, so I don't know how that classifies as a landing. We did make contact with the planet, so technically we landed on it. But there we go. You know, that's Kerbal Space Program. So we know it's possible. We do know that it is possible. Let's head back to the Space Centre. We will have got a very healthy cash injection from that, which will pay for the next launch of a craft to Seren. There we go. We're actually no worse off than we were when we took off. So, on our next attempt, I wonder if we could do it manned. Now that we know that the craft can get there, and we had a lot of fuel left over, I wonder if we can do it manned. Because then we will have control at all the vital points. That's an interesting question. All we actually need to do is transmit or recover scientific data from the surface of Seren. However, if we do it manned, that man will be staying there. And we would need to take food and water and all that lot with us as well, wouldn't we? So it would become a lot heavier. Okay, so manned not such a good idea at this point, I don't think. But we certainly do have the scope to land on Seren with a probe if we get our orbit right on approach. So that will be what we do next time. So I think I'm going to, because of the almost success of that mission, I don't want to start that again and take another hour of streaming time or whatever retrying it. So we will retry that in next week's stream. Now that we know that we are pretty close and we know what mistakes we have made. So thank you for watching, guys. If you're watching this, well, actually everyone's watching this on YouTube. So if you're watching this live on YouTube, then don't forget to subscribe now so that you get notifications next time we go live. And you can check out our other videos, the earlier videos in this season, season 4 of KSP Live. And of course the other videos that we have on YouTube. We have a Track Day Manager series, and we have quite a number of First Play episodes for you to have a look through. So be sure to check those out. If you are watching this on the highlights that I will post up to YouTube, then don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I have been El Bristow, you've been watching Ellitopia Gaming. This has been KSP Live, and I will see you next time. See you later, guys.